Let's finish posing our extremes. Let's make sure we're on frame 60. And what we want to do is have that right foot now step back. Okay, so we can move that back. And also, we can have it move out in the X some more. And then adjust the heel pivot so it's pointed out some more. Like that. Then we could go to the knee control. Let's get that right knee selected. Okay, go back in the shaded mode and bring that back and over so that the knee is following with the foot. The flow of the knee is following with the foot. Alright. Now for this left foot, what we want to do is basically have it, well, we're going to have that shift to. Okay, so we want, let's have that come forward some. And we'll also bring it over a little bit in the X and then go to the heel pivot and bring that out a little bit more. Okay, so once that right foot shifts back, the left foot is going to shift. Okay, and then we'll go to the center of gravity. With that selected, let's translate the character back now. Okay, and up. So now he's standing upright. Great. Then we could go to his back, rotate that back, and his chest. We can do the same. Rotate it back. Alright. With that done, we can go to the neck, bring that up now. And the head, we can bring down. And for the Y, we can now zero it out here. So he's looking right on. Great. For his shoulders, we could do slight adjustments where we bring them more back to their default position. Just bring them down and back some. Okay, and then we can go ahead and bring his arms back to his side. So now he's finished with his push. So we can bring the Y down on the arm and then rotate it so that the thumb is more into the body there. Bringing it closer into the body, then down. Okay. We're gonna, before we get to that right arm, let's fix up the center of gravity so the character is balanced. Okay. So that his legs are also near locked, and then we can straighten them out in the X too. Alright. And then for his, let's see, for his center of gravity, let's go to his Y and rotate him out some so that he's pointing more in a diagonal direction. And then what we'll do here is actually go to like his back control and rotate in the Y slightly to the opposite direction there so he's faced more towards the crate, just to give him an angle for more of a natural pose. Then we could go to his chest too and rotate that a little bit more in the Y so it's more faced to the crate. Alright, awesome. Once we've done that, we can go ahead and make our adjustments to the arm as we need to. Okay, and then we can work on this right arm, bringing that back, not into his body, but next to his body. There we go. We'll go to his right wrist, bring that down, go to the X, point the thumb so that it's more forward, point it into the body, just like the left. Okay. Maybe we could even translate that arm down some more. Just a slight bit more. Alright, and move it forward. Okay, let's see how this pose looks. We could even turn off our crate to make sure it's looking the way we want it to. Okay, let's see. Then we could have his center of gravity move a little bit more to his right. So what we can do is select that and also the arm K controls to make sure they are moving along. So we can just move them over some. And let's see, for his arms, let's move them up and forward some more. Okay. Okay, so that pose is starting to look better. Okay. So with that that finishes our last pose. And what we can do now is just hide our curves and spend the time just checking out the rest of our poses to make sure everything is looking the way we want it to. So we've got this first pose where he's about to get ready to move into the crate. Okay, we want to check it from all views. What we can actually do, what's cool, is to go to our 4-panel view. So let's do that. Okay, then we can hide our curves here. Okay, we won't need to necessarily worry about this front view. We can hide the curves in the side view and just go through and check out how our poses are looking. And here, let me introduce something else. Notice how we have to, once we're scrubbing through, we only get to really see our animation or our character moving in one panel. But let's say if you wanted to see your character moving around in multiple views. Well, what we can do is change a few things in our preferences. Let's go back there, or actually change one setting. And under timeline, what we want to do is change update view from active to all. Active was our selected panel, but all is going to be all our views. Now watch what happens when we hit save. When we scrub through now, notice we can see our character moving in all views. So this is going to be great to use as well when checking out your animation. Okay, now it does bog down your scene quite a bit if you, especially, have an intense scene. So you want to be conscious of that. But if you're working with like a low res character similar to this guy, then it shouldn't be a problem. But we could go ahead and hide the grid here on him. So let's do that. So the grid's not any distraction, so we could just focus on the character, and everything's looking nice. Okay, so we could go back to our perspective, and with these things done, that finishes off this lesson. In the next lesson, we'll begin finalizing our light push.